know. Niggas know how I'm bumming, nigga. Yeah. Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is thick. Suckers wanna play and low my K until that bitch click. Big stick, hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine, I'm on the goal line. And I'm going for 6, watch me up the score. Caught him at the stove, he was with his hoe. Had to let him know, that's your ass, you don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up, boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch, get off dick, tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air, you see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit, why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke, you get smoked with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they on some gang shit. Nigga, you's a bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you's a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, your pussy ass a cat. Watch how I bounce back, I'm pouring walk, tell him free to act. Dealing free a rat, you know he told, how you sleep with that? Yeah, you got a hoe, but boy, you broke, you can't keep a stacking. Why you got that post?
Ain't got rid off
I was
yet.
gonna keep that to myself until the cameras.
Hey, we sampling for the BLK Solutions, man. You know, actually, our cannabis club, the name of the brand is Ellis Greens.
That's it.
Ellis is Els. That's his name. You feel me? That's what he goes by, International Ellis. And we was like Ellis Greens. And, you know, he didn't want to be let us just name it after him. But I'm like, bro, I like the ring of that. It's old school. It's smooth. You don't know nobody named Ellis since our Uncle Ellis, rest in peace, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Dale Ellis, that's the only Ellis nigga. A shooter.
Dale Ellis.
That's dope. That shit fire. Niggas just start
Ellis Green.
Shit.
We on that Duce tonight, but we'll talk about it.
Watching this college. Who we on?
JD, you want to kick this shit off?
Yeah.
We stay on the food over there off Broadway.
Yeah,
on the
Broadway.
fixings tonight.
They're revitalizing shit, gentrifying this motherfucker around this motherfucker. Y'all know where our location is. If you don't know, you ain't been paying the motherfucking attention. We broadcasting live from the Heart2Start Studios, live and direct in Midtown, Sacramento, California, a.k.a. Oak Park, California, my nigga. My name is The Guchinni, a.k.a. Heart2Start Guchinni, a.k.a. your mom's favorite fucking fantasy analyst, because like I said, I've been doing the analytics. The algorithm is popping up on motherfucking shit that don't even fuck with us. That's how I know this shit is popping off. So yeah, that's me, man. And one of you niggas go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, Brodie Cortez. We you know where we at. You said we in Midtown. I'm a visitor, man, but I be treated like I'm a home.
Man, this nigga's adopted, man.
You know,
38-25. He ain't got no choice.
I've been going brazy in the fantasy since I've been over here. I like the studio over here. Last year, matter of fact, last year I didn't do too well, so I'm fucking with 33rd for sure. I got some good juju over here.
That's what it is, man. You niggas, man. Man, we trying to
we
get
got all the good juju.
You
right
see
here.
that?
That's
It's nothing but trays
man.
on that motherfucking wall.
That's what it is.
And then we got some of the rallies we finna bring from the community in this motherfucker. If it don't happen this season, it's gonna happen next season, man. But we got motherfuckers from this fantasy football community that's gonna be doing guest appearances in this motherfucker. And this still a work in progress, y'all, on my mama. We just do it together so we can bring y'all our shit.
We got visions and all the shit.
100%, man.
Like, being the times, I don't want to cut you off. Being in the times, it had me thinking, like, I want to do some, like, Heart2Start, like, food drive or some shit next year.
Yeah.
Turkey drive type
100%.
shit. If the times, you know what I'm saying, if it ain't crazy, like, I want to do a little turkey day game and shit. Heart2Start flag football game.
Hell
have
yeah.
the kids come out and over at the park or whatever park we gonna be at, wherever city we in.
That'll be federal though, bro. On my mama, just to let them know that, they got motherfuckers that care for their ass, bro. You don't got to be on that weird shit. Just like how T.I. said in the motherfucking ATL, you don't gotta be a dope boy to have money, my nigga. All you got to do is just find your passion, my nigga. Niggas is getting paid off their passion, bro. And one day it's gonna happen, bro. You just got to stay down, bro. 10 toes, 100%, my nigga.
Getting it for the right reasons.
A fact.
That's all it is.
Organic, man. It's your boy Heart2Start Kev, man. The best that ever did it and got away with it, man. Hey, we got a special one tonight, man. We pulling shots up, man. We on that Duce tonight for my boy Bogart, man. Scot-free. at the GMN Network. Y'all go check him out. His birthday was yesterday.
He's a fucking Sagittarius, man. We in the building, man. I'm up next,
He's
nigga.
been giving us all the love this year since we first met him. Y'all done seen him on the show. He's a regular, and we talk all the time. That's the homie, man.
That's one of the niggas that's finna come down and
you don't
come in
even
the
drink the dark.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
don't drink. I don't drink. Period. So I'm
Mm,
against
fuck
him.
with
That's
that.
cool with you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
bold.
man.
I got a little bit.
I
I
can
got a
sip this
little.
shit.
I got a little $5 shot. Dude.
Okay.
Nah,
Nah, you can get some of that.
This is a write-off right here, yo.
Bro,
We got rights off.
I brought this from the
I
house.
don't
This so you
even
can
want-
hit it.
I don't
It's
even want
good.
one more. I don't
We
even
been for
want one
Bogey. You okay? But then look.
That's for Bogey right there. I'm
Shout
not
out
a
to
drinker.
Bogey,
That
man.
was
He
for
threw
Bogey
that
right
motherfucker
there.
back,
He
too.
threw it back.
For a
Jack.
non-drinker to throw a shot back like that,
Cheers
that
to you,
nigga's
Bogey.
with it.
Cheers to you, Bogart, bro. That's the
I
homie,
drink
man. We
once
mess
a
with you the
year
long way, man.
at the
Happy
AM.
birthday,
Mama,
son.
but I don't do shots of brown, nigga. I sip some of my brown, so I'm just
I
sipping,
just took
bro.
a little long tug on that,
I'ma
but I'm gonna sip this too, though. I ain't gonna lie, but I did just.
That do say
I
different.
like shots though.
That
Get
shit's
my shit
smooth,
out
though.
of the
You
way
just gotta
quick.
taste it when you drink it.
I do say
It's smoother than Remy, and it don't taste like
It ain't
Hennessy. It
Hennessy,
got its
man.
own
We know.
taste. It got its own taste. I
don't
sip
want
some
Remy.
Douce.
that shit is different,
It ain't-
bro.
But look, man, look, y'all. We
This
giving
shit not
y'all.
better- this
What
shit
we
not
on?
better
What
than
week was
Buzzing
this?
with Bees,
This
though.
was just
One deuce. Fuck 12.
What F12? We don't
big
even
fuck
say.
12.
We just say F12, man. You know, not. We ain't gonna get political on there. You
No,
know,
I'm saying
I got
week 12,
police
fuck
fans. We
12.
got family members that's
No, but
police
that
fans.
nigga's a
I
nigga
thought-
So
though.
when we say F12, it's
said-
more so the ones that's against
On that
us.
bullshit.
You
I
feel
thought
me?
it was. I thought you
Not
were
the
talking
good
about
one.
the 12 man, the Seahawks. I don't know.
Nah,
Yeah, fuck them
F12
niggas too.
That's what
Seahawks.
that's
I'm
all-
talking about.
Yeah, but you
My
know,
bad.
we in that week 12, man. It's the crunch time, man. We just had some crazy shit go down in the ALD Live Draft League. I was in third trying to get a bye. I just got blew out by 100. So I'm going to slip to
That's some
fourth.
change.
Kirk go jump to third and play for possible second next week if Wood end up losing if the Pittsburgh game play. JD ended up losing, but we play next week. And if he lose, he could then there be out of the playoffs based on some scenarios that might happen. So the shit crazy. I mean, and Ashy, you looking like you about to get in the playoffs. You just won a big
I
week this
needed
right,
that
right?
shit. I needed that
To
shit.
get in, I think what you gonna be 6-6, but you got action to be 7-6.
I
7
played,
wins is getting
yeah,
in.
And I played Pick Flair. He ain't doing it to you.
No, he's flaring.
Yeah,
He's
so I
flared
need
out.
that.
My nigga, man. Shout out to Reg, bro.
See, that's why I can't smoke with you. You be putting it out.
My bad,
man.
bro. Nah,
You
it just
keep
it went
smoking,
out.
we
We
just
did
keep
the
smoking.
we did
We
the
did the
toast.
chop.
We
We
did
did
the
the chop.
toast.
Hey, nah, and then you know, Heart in the Ashy, I ended up. I'm jumping to first. That's the one
How
you
this
was
nigga
talking
gonna
about.
be
You
mad
was
at how a
running.
nigga smoked though, man?
You was talking about how you was running
What I
Ashy.
tell him, control issues.
Hey, did he say he was running Ashy? at one
No,
point?
I said I was sitting at the top of
He was
some
running
leagues,
that
That was a
bro.
long time ago.
He was running both leagues at one point.
No, I just said I was sitting. I was never first in none of those leagues.
I'm
I
trying
just-
to go back to back on that trophy
These
right
niggas,
there.
man.
You know what I mean? Even though it ain't ALB, that's what I'm trying to do. Back to back.
Yeah,
on
let
there.
it be known, even
The
though
Heart,
it ain't
hey,
gonna be
the
known,
Heart to
bro.
Start League, right? So we got the homie Weez. I call him Weez, Dwayne. He been in first all year. Then we got Lacey, who been in second all year. I just played Lacey, knocked him out, even though it was a bum fight. I told him what I was gonna do, so I'm jumping to second in the Heart to Start, and I'm about to try to make my run in there. You know, we should
Where
shout
Where
out
was you
to
at
the
the
SBI.
dynasty?
I'm at the bottom of the dynasty,
All
but
right.
I got
That's
3
what's
first
up, bro.
round
Man,
picks. I
that's
got a nice
nice.
little nucleus. I'll be
My
all
nigga
right. You know
tanking
what I mean?
in the dynasty.
Nah, I ain't
That's
tanking.
crazy.
You
Tanking
can't
for Trevor.
tank. You can't tank because to even get the first pick, you got to win the constellation.
Yeah, you
so
gotta win
ain't no
constellation.
tanking. You know what I mean? But you know, we out here fighting for our playoff lives, man. Shout out to the SBI League. You know
Oh,
what
the
I mean?
SBI going
Me and
crazy,
JD.
bro.
So we had Bogart on his show with shout out to the Bears, Brews and Bros, Fantasy Fornicator. Him and Bogart was talking about how they finna win the SBI.
One of them is gonna win it. That's what
One of
Smoking
them.
Jay said.
And they
Oh,
run the
my.
league. That's their league, basically.
They the
You feel
commissioners of
me?
that
So
shit.
I'm like, well, hold on. I thought I was in first in that league for a long time. You feel
Yeah,
me?
so-
JD making his way up.
Y'all both in the offs?
Yeah, I'm first.
Oh, I
9
gotta
and 2
win
or
this
something.
week.
He gotta win, but his team.
But I
looking
got hella
nice.
points in that league too, though, because the motherfucker that was in second, he
Bogey
just lost.
J
That's why I'm
versus
in
Fantasy
Ashley.
Fornicator. His team is looking nice, and Bogey. So it might be a Final Four with the Heart2Starts in them, bro. That's
I had
crazy.
the Thanksgiving double up, nigga, with Fuller and Watson, nigga, that set me off last week in that league, nigga.
I got Waller. I got Watson
mama.
and Fuller in a couple league double ups.
Nigga, that Thanksgiving double up, nigga. Oh my goodness,
This
boy.
shit gets
And
crazy.
then even in the office league though, niggas is running shit and all. I ain't gonna say running shit, but yeah, I just knocked off the 10-0 team, nigga. And I'm like 9-3.
I'm not about to.
I'm 9-3 in that league, nigga. I got Rogue and Aaron Rodgers, nigga, with the double up with them, nigga. Nigga Debo killed for me. Oh, yeah, I got in the community leagues, the fantasy football community leagues, you know, with a whole bunch of analysts in that motherfucking. The Heart2Start brand is making their presence felt.
And
that's for
they
damn
respecting something too, for sure.
Oh, even in Piggy League, nigga, nigga.
I'm in 6th place trying to get.
Yeah, I am too.
I just beat Plug. Shout out.
I just beat the number 2 team.
I
I beat
home
the number
Plug
2.
this year. He ain't beat me yet. Now I think about it.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry to say
You
it,
regular
but
season champ for sure. You gonna smack
nah,
everybody.
I just be do. You know, I just do what I can do. You
My
know,
nigga
when I
paid
can
game.
do it. That's it. I'm glad. I'm hoping my boy Aaron don't win, because if Aaron don't win this week, I'm in the playoffs no matter what, and I'm going limpy in the next week. I feel like I got a bye, not a bye, but I got a week for all my dudes that's hurt to hopefully get back for the playoff week 1. You know what I mean?
Wait, what? 3 straight losses right now?
Yeah, this would be third if you lose.
I need 4 straight losses.
That's gonna be crazy.
I need 4 straight to end the season.
But you said you didn't want to buy.
You don't want the bye. Who don't want the bye?
I want that shit now with my team. I gotta see what my team looking like.
Everybody, like I said, bro, people
This
be
is the
saying
year
what
for the
their
bye,
team
for
look
sure.
like, and all my team is this. The way COVID popping up, and
Your shit
your
could
team
change.
could change
7 days,
tonight.
1 day.
Tonight.
Nigga,
You know what I mean?
23 niggas on COVID on one team. 22 or some
What
shit.
team is this?
Nigga, the Ravens.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got 20
yeah,
plus
yeah.
people nigga on COVID right now.
That shit crazy.
7 Pro
The
Bowls.
only team, and this fucked me up when they said that, is Seattle's the only team who ain't had COVID. And I'm like, this nigga fucking BK fuck around and have COVID on the fucking Super Bowl.
And the cold thing is, nigga, they say nigga up in Washington, nigga, they
got it bad.
at home
You
alone.
got it,
Real
you got
talk.
it bad.
It's a matter of time for somebody on the Seahawks to get it.
Man,
So
Shout
I'm
out to
saying,
clock management, man. Stay
My
safe,
dog.
man.
My dog Justin, man.
OJ,
For real, you was on the Run Boys this week. That was pretty fun. I
Yeah, we
was watching
kicked
for a
it on
while.
that. That
I was
was-
on there kicking it. You
that
must
was
have
some
fell
fucking
asleep
shit.
because you disappeared out of nowhere.
No, I told them niggas in the chat that I was finna go, but I had. So that's the day I made the gumbo. So nigga, before I got on, the gumbo wasn't. They go on at 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
I was on there for 4
So
hours.
the gumbo wasn't ready, nigga, till 5:45, my nigga. I'm trying to hurry up and eat a bowl, get some shots in before I get on. Nigga, I think I stayed on till 9
I
o'clock.
was on there for like 3-4
Nigga,
hours.
I stayed on
I
till 9 o'clock.
I would have hopped on them there.
Nigga, but I told them, nigga, I got to go, bro. Nigga, I was tired. Nigga, I was lightweight tipsy. I only offer one bowl. The gumbo give you the itis, my nigga. Yeah, but nah, we kicked it though. That was for Brodie's birthday.
Shout out to the Run Boys, man. Y'all catch them every day.
Nigga, the Admiral, nigga, this fucking CEO, my nigga Robbie, man.
Robbie.
It's my dog, man.
You know. Well, shit, let's jump into this matchup recap, man. We're going to give y'all the matchup recap tonight, and we're going to tell y'all some little wire picks because a lot of leagues, the wires actually moved to Thursday.
Right.
So you got till Wednesday night, too, to make your move. Make your next move your best move. You know what I mean? Let's talk about some of these headlines, man. One thing I was kind of impressed with, and not even just impressed, something I kind of like, I know it was going to happen, is it's Henry season. Yeah. The winter tour is here for Derrick Henry, King Henry.
Time. We all know it.
I was talking to Wood before we played. I played him in Ashy, and I'm like, man, Henry going to go stupid today. And that's just because obviously I hoped he would because I wanted him to. But I'm like, it's the season,
right
bro.
for him, bro.
He started doing it a little earlier than he normally does.
That word.
So.
We gotta get fantasy
go.
trade rate. We know we use it. You know what I mean? You got something on your too, Jack. You got
damn, bro. We not talking about taking nothing like that. But I mean,
but you know, we gotta be politically correct though a little bit on that side of it. You know what I mean? We don't want to get flagged, you know. But that's what we've been saying that for years though. You know, it's
you
fantasy.
blowing that good ganja.
It's fantasy.
But they not gonna flag us for the ganja, bro.
Hey man, they voting for it to be federally legal pretty soon, man. You know what I mean? But
no, I agree with it being Henry season though, bruh. Even though, you know, I got him in a league and you know, them lines when they hook the heart machine up and that shit be going up and down. That's what his performance has been like for the first 10 weeks. You know what I mean? But you know, here it is now. Coming at 30 and below, that 40 and below weather. Don't nobody want to tackle a 6'2", 250 dude that run 4.4, and all they got to do is make one person miss, and it's a ride, bro. Everything. Where you gonna hit him
You gotta
at?
do that for 60 minutes?
Right. And he's gonna wear you down, bro. He comes more alive during the second half.
And you know what's good about Henry season 2 is that it doesn't really affect the other players because Tannehill still will be firing it. AJ Brown continues to do a lot with a little. Like, we know the fluke touchdown. He got the onside kick and scored. So a lot of his fantasy points came from that as well. But he would have had about 14, 15 points with just a touchdown.
No, I agree. But AJ Brown's game is an efficient game. Yeah. You know, he didn't come alive until week 7 or 8 last year, though. You know what I mean? And he did a lot on, you know, with the targets that he's seen. They were efficient targets. It's not like he's just getting 15 targets a game and he's able to ball out like that. Them 6, 7, 8 targets that he's getting 5, 6 receptions, nigga, with $1 something, but with a tut every game though. You know, for real though.
Fucked up, bro. I drank out of your water on accident, bro.
Oh, dirty mouth ass nigga. That's because you want to censor me, nigga.
My fault, bro. You gotta get a new water.
Sorry, man. What you say about Brown? I think his whole career, what he only had like.
Like, you know, the light-skinned niggas be eating it, you feel me?
Nah, you stupid.
Well, you know about it too, so you go ahead then, fella. That's yours. Nah, but definitely, but no, and see, I mean, if you go back to our preseason rankings, nigga, 100%, I was, you know, that guy, I said he was going to be able to repeat his performance from last year, though, just based on the efficiency and, you know, when Tannehill stepping up and doing what his thing doing. So it just, what fucked him was him missing them first 4-5 games on his stats right now. But other than that, ever since he came back full time, I mean, you can't ignore what the motherfucker been doing. And he's there, bro. Him and fucking DK, they came in the same, and Debo. And since Debo, I know I might be getting a little bit ahead, but them three right there, they showing you that they the best. And they all three was 2nd round picks.
Hey,
Debo's like the forgotten receiver though over there of the 2019 class.
Yeah,
he gonna show.
He showed out last night.
He gonna show niggas
Sunday.
These last.
We'll talk about that. Just to double back on Tennessee though. Tannehill is, you know, he's solid as it comes. But Jonnu is droppable now. I dropped him, and I even turned on Fantasy Live, and they were talking about how he's droppable. And you know, I'm lucky I'm riding with Hunter Henry. I like how he's been doing about 13, 14 points every week for the past 4. But other than that, Jonnu, he had to go. Like he's 4th and 5th in targets on the team. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we talk about how efficient AJ Brown is. That's some of the efficiency that Jonnu was able to get when Brown was out.
Right now, but 2 games ago they ran a play for him at the 3-yard line. You know, I know it ain't gonna be how it was at the beginning of the season where he was.
He's a hell of a blocker. He's a hell of a blocker. He didn't get no targets last game. You feel me? Like, and Fisker gets it. They got another, like, they use packages. You feel me? Yeah. Are you comfortable starting Corey Davis in the fantasy playoffs? How he's been playing? He had 1 dub, but he, you know, 13, 14, he's
looking all right.
Yeah, so you're going to have to start looking for some options. A lot of teams with the Fuller.
You got to start looking at options right now, the way this shit is.
So, yeah, and just having a guy where he's already on a bench right now. So, yeah, he's definitely a flex play at this point.
Let's talk about something that I've been noticing the last 2 weeks. And I know, you know, you got this person, but Kareem Hunt, is he a must start? And I say, you know, you kind of going to start him, but, like, we talking about, like, you know, David Montgomery, you know, Gaskin coming back.
Yeah,
Eckler back.
Eckler back. Are you starting them? Are you starting them over Hunt right now?
I don't think Hunt is a must start RB2 anymore. I think he's more on the RB3 flex side, and I don't know. He's a must start flex, but RB2 you might have some guys that you want to put him over now like you said, Eckler coming back. You for sure playing Eckler over Hunt if you have to make that choice.
Well, not this week that just passed. The week before that, he had a receiving touchdown. I think it was that saved him the week before last. But this week,
like 11 or 12, even with that.
But I mean, 11 or 12 though is a nice little solid.
I mean, he ran for 13 for 11 the week before, 10 for 62. You said he did catch that touchdown. So 9 points and 6 points his last few. They got Tennessee, which whatever. I actually like it in his favor against Tennessee. Possibly Baltimore, but when you get to the fantasy playoffs, you talk about the Giants, Jets, then at the end with Pittsburgh. I'm scared against the Giants and the Jets because that seems more Nick Chubbish. You know what I mean?
I'm good with the Jets because it seemed like for me with the Jets games that's been happening is the second players is getting off too, like the Mike Williams and
everyone is killing.
Yeah, everybody killing. So that's a good game. But
no Daniel Jones, so it's gonna be a lot of possessions for them.
Yeah,
nigga, motherfucking Colt McCoy is coming in.
I'm worried about Hunt a little bit though. I ain't gonna
lie. I'm worried about Hunt for sure.
No, without a doubt. I mean, you got to. I mean, the trend is showing for the last 2 weeks. And Chubb is hit for $1 plus the every game that he's been back.
Yeah.
I mean, and even Baker is looking all right with Chubb being back. Because you got to stack that box when Chubb is in there.
For sure.
You got Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis.
I was just gonna say if he's on your wire, which a lot of motherfuckers. No, but with a lot of motherfuckers being frustrated, him not doing nothing. But that 6 for whatever 120 or whatever the fuck he had in that touchdown, it was his first touchdown this season. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jarvis Landry.
Hey, we just mentioned Daniel Jones getting hurt. The Giants and the Bengals dead. Fantasy players on their team, dead. Now, I will say this. Colt McCoy probably ain't too far off from Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? I like Daniel Jones' running ability, but it's trash either way. You know what I mean? Like the Ingram, he might be a little safer because I think they scheme him a lot. You feel me? But like, to me, Gallman is like the only safe one. I'm playing Shepard this week because I have to. DJ Moore's hurt, and he on a bye. I still like Shepard.
Gallman got off this week. This is second or third week.
Gallman been solid.
Straight though. Back the last 5 weeks.
He's been real solid. I've been playing him in super flex leagues with my quarterbacks down, and I've been playing him in that spot, and he's been cool for me. You feel me? Gallman He definitely been showing out, and it's like I said, he's the only one safe in that situation. But his past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, starting from the furthest one away, 16, 12, 13, 18, 18. Solid. That's top 10 running back the rest of the way if you keep that up.
He is. He's number 10 right now since week 9.
So
they're in the run. I think they're first in the division over there.
He averaged 17 points a game the last 5 weeks.
You feel me?
Yeah, last 4 weeks.
He doing his thing. Gallman he's a sneaky one that people aren't talking about. But when we talk about a Kareem Hunt, you playing Gallman over Hunt.
You damn right.
I know. That's what I was going to say.
And he's commanding all the touches, though.
Yeah.
Hunt's not commanding all the touches. You know what I mean? And the way that they were using them two before Chubb went down, I don't know what the fuck done happened. You know what I mean? Stefanski done seen something different to where, Chubb is just that guy. But at the beginning of the season, though, they both was eating. And then when Chubb went down, I mean, there was a few games where Chubb went down and Hunt wasn't just balling like that, but there was a few too.
Hunt wasn't even balling all the time when Chubb was out.
He wasn't.
Had a little injury. He might have been hurt a little bit. He might have been.
But I also think that Hunt is gonna ball when he's gonna have games where he's gonna ball out. He's gonna be efficient. He's gonna be efficient with his touches. But as far as trusting him, when you got these hard-to-start decisions going into these weeks where you gotta win, he might be a person that somebody is considered taking out, depending on how your team is shaped up, though.
Right,
you know,
but
I'm a play guy over like Montgomery or Swift, or maybe even a Damian Harris, Ronald Jones. I think I'm playing all those guys over Kareem Hunt.
Not Damian, but we could talk about that right now. Ronald, you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to say that they need to use Hunt more in the receiving game. They need to,
They've been playing weak teams too, though. You feel me? Cleveland. Yeah. They've been playing grinding out games where it's, you feel me? Like, I don't know.
Jacksonville and
I play Hines over Hunt right now.
if Taylor is staying on COVID, yeah.
Hines
Hines
didn't do
is-
shit. He didn't do shit
Hines
last week though.
Since
Because
Since
Taylor
week
had gave
9,
Taylor some.
Hines
No, Taylor was
is-
out on COVID this
No,
week.
the week before though,
Oh.
Taylor had came.
Oh,
out with
when he
like a
played on
13.
Thursday
Number
night.
7 running back in the league last 5 weeks,
Yeah.
averaging 15 points a game.
For me though, Hines it got to do with Taylor though. If Taylor plays, there's a realm of possibility. There's in a realm of possibility that it could be a Taylor game a little bit more than Hines. But you got a great shot with Hines though.
But that's the same situation that Kareem's going through.
Yeah.
And
I would
he's
play
getting-
Hines over
he
Kareem
is
though. I
getting-
think.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
have
saying.
him in a league that I have to start him in, and I'm comfortable starting him as long as
I
Taylor
would
is
for
out.
sure.
You know what I mean? But you mentioned Ronald Jones. They said they want to get him. It's his backfield now.
Oh, he's the dude for sure. He been looking like the eye test.
He look bigger than
the
Fournette.
the first like 4 weeks. I thought Fournette was number 27.
did too.
And
It
I
still
was
be sometimes
damn,
when I
this
see
nigga
that.
Fournette
Oh,
killing.
my
And then
He's
it was
not even
Ronald
as
Jones
big
the
as
whole
him.
time. Yeah, and it was Jones the whole time. So I'm like, oh, this nigga Jones just looked better. He looked fresher. He looked faster. All that. He just
Running
he dropped the
hard,
ball
hungry.
sometimes, but
You know what I mean?
Fournette not that guy anymore. So Reese was right when he dropped him.
He
He wasn't
dropped
tripping
him.
on Fournette really.
Ronald Jones, I mean, 10, 6, 3, 32, 16. So you have reason to think, but when you go before that, 18, 14, 25, 10. If he's getting the bulk of the carries, we know what he's going to do. And it looks like for the rest of the way that he's going to get the bulk of the carries. They go on a bye and listen to their schedule. Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
He's top
Atlanta's
5
better
back.
against the
I
run.
was just finna say
Atlanta's good against
Atlanta,
the
where
run.
they played on Sunday,
They're good
bro.
against the
I
run,
don't
though.
know. I'm just not
He's-
giving that
yes,
no
they're
label,
good
and that's
against
a
the run.
division
He could be
game.
he's for sure top 10
Yeah.
the rest of the way. Could be top 5. And Tom Brady ain't like the Tom Brady no more. Like they gonna start leaning on the run a little bit more and not giving him as many opportunities to turn the ball over because he's been turning the ball over like crazy this year. So they gonna start running the ball and feeding Aaron Jones in these last games.
Ronald
like
Jones.
you said, Ronald Jones. What was the schedule again?
By Minnesota, Atlanta, Detroit.
They all indoors too. So them is games where they
Not the Minnesota game.
They
play
indoors or in Florida.
Tampa.
Yeah.
That's
So I
still
like
an
that.
indoor
Still
game.
indoor.
That's a
That's
great
I'm saying.
game.
I
Well,
like-
everything.
that's a good schedule that he got coming up. So I like Ronald Jones for sure.
That sucks. That Reese got it.
I know.
He got backs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Swift, Ronald Jones,
Mostert,
Bolster
Mostert
back. Yeah,
Who's receivers? Oh, Cup.
Cup, Julio.
he got some players.
He got Mahomes. Yeah.
He got Mahomes.
That's really I was trying to get that 3 seed, or I was trying to get that bye. So
You didn't want to see him into the ship.
You can see him, bro. He
I
he
think
be
so,
putting up
too.
120s and 130s, bro,
I just wanna
and
wait.
winning.
I'd
You
rather
feel me?
see
You
him
can
in
get
the
him.
wood though, low key.
You can get him. I'm gonna just let the fantasy guys determine it. I was thinking, oh, can I manip and get on the side that I like a little more? But it's looking like I'm gonna play Damo.
That
though.
nigga said I might
I
have
ain't gonna-
JD win on purpose, and I might. I said that. Yeah. I said,
Depending
if it
on the
works.
standards, but I changed my mind because,
If it
like I
works.
said, I don't even want to play with it like that.
You don't want that
I'm gonna
bad
let
juju on you.
the cards fall how they
Look, I
fall.
was just telling you that too. That's Smoking Jay talking about the boy ain't paid and whatnot. What they gonna do with his
That's funny.
ass?
Hey, look, David Montgomery. He's the dude I got maybe top 8 the rest of the way.
For sure.
Maybe even top 5, bro.
For sure.
Montgomery was looking nice. He only had a concussion. You know what I mean? We know what. And it could have been, just the game, kind of an outlier. But he's been solid in the catches there. He had 4 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. He ran for $103. I ain't saying he's going to continue that, but when we talk about schedules the rest of the way, Detroit, Houston, Minnesota, Jacksonville. Montgomery's schedule is looking nice.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why I think he gonna be top 5. For sure.
Did you hear that, JD?
Yeah, nah, I fuck with Montgomery. I was on the Montgomery train last year. It's just that bum ass offense. And that bum ass coach that they got. But I got some of my homies that I fuck with that's, the Bears, Brews, and the Bros. And, they bear down. One of my big homeboys, Big J, he's a motherfucking bear down ass nigga too, bro. But yeah, though, they got to feed him, bro. They should have been feeding him the ball when you got bum ass quarterbacks that can't get nobody the ball.
Yeah, Montgomery and Gibson. Other than the obvious running backs, Montgomery and Gibson, my favorite running backs for the last 4 weeks of the year.
Gibson is going crazy.
Gibson's schedule is stupid too.
Gibson's schedule is nice. What is it?
Gibson.
I like Gibson because They got action at winning the division too.
Gibson actually he got Pitt in San Francisco, but then he got the end of the year he got Seattle and Carolina.
But like JD
That's
said,
good.
Pitt get ran on.
Yeah, no, actually,
You know
Pitt
what I
get
mean?
ran on. He not gonna run on us as much. He might catch some passes, but I still like just the volume he gonna get, and he been just looking nice.
He
these
looks
last
good.
weeks. I was about to say he looking spicy right now. He been running hard. He been kind of going a little bit. So I'm fucking with Gibson for sure.
Talk about another. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say with the Bears though, they're not mathematically out of it though, so they're still technically playing for one of them 6 spots because they damn sure ain't gonna get the number 1 seed. So them other 6 spots that's up for grabs, it's still highly attainable and shit. You would think that they would want to keep feeding Montgomery the ball, you know. But shit, motherfucking
Allen Robinson looked better with Trubisky.
He do. He catching touchdowns. He getting his targets. He got the volume. It looked like I would have thought he'd be better with Foles, but hey, Rob, he's serviceable. I mean, especially
But the Packers
especially if
ain't
he
got
getting the
nobody.
touchdowns.
The Packers can't stop nobody on the run game neither though.
Another running back I love that's back is Eckler. He came back with the 23 fantasy points. You talk about schedules. They got New England coming up. Then they got Atlanta, Vegas, and then Denver.
It's
Eckler,
actually,
you
he's
had
the
on
best
game.
one to have out of all we named because he on a high-powered offense. Like an offense that can put up 40 points and shit. Like, that's really who you want. And he going to win some leagues. He going to win some guys some championships if they were able to hold off with having him
Or
hurt
if you
and all
traded
that.
for him.
Or if you traded for him, that's a league winner for sure.
My thing is, the first game back, nigga, it showed that the receptions, the targets was going to be there.
10?
That's, you know, I mean, he hit for 90 last year, 80, high 85, so, you
He's
know.
low-key dud-proof. Like, to keep in
Man.
mind for next year when you draft him, I feel like he low-key dud-proof.
For him to
with
do what he
Herbert.
did his first game back, that's big, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you damn right. If you was able to keep him or go acquire him and add to a playoff team, that if your team was, and that, you know, the stashing, bruh, you fucking winning, bro, on my mama. And I don't see none of that production dropping off. For your first game back, you get 11 receptions, bruh. Come on, man.
You gotta have to pick your poison with LA.
Right.
Keenan Allen or Eckler in that passing game.
Right. Even with Mike Williams putting up numbers every now and then, bro. He's ain't
I like
no
Mike
slouch.
Williams a lot on games where it ain't like a defense where you scared of.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of like Mike Williams. He a deep threat.
Yeah.
And they're gonna take their chances.
That 50-50 ball, he goes and gets them. Mike Williams, he was doing that at Clemson.
Yeah, they do that about 4 times a game or so, and they getting flags or they hitting.
That's the cold thing is like, and them niggas, with them only having like 3-4 wins and them coming into the draft next year, they're only gonna be better, bro. So everybody on their offense is gonna be high picks too next year.
They just got to get
Sleep
Lynn out of there.
Yeah,
They just got to get Lynn out of
he
there.
fucking up.
He be
fucked
messing up doing dud shit. I don't know
Niggas
what
was
be
sleep
going
on Keenan Allen last year.
100%, bro.
But we was nervous
I
about
got him
Tyrod.
as guy,
We
bro.
was
That's what
nervous
it
about
is.
Tyrod.
You right.
You
right.
can't. You got to give everybody a pass,
That's
and
true.
you got to give credit to the ones who stuck with him and wanted him. But you got to give everybody a pass with Tyrod. It was Tyrod, bro.
You right about that.
And we didn't know what Herbert could do. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. You know, but Lynn was playing that, trying to keep his job, didn't want to bank it on a rookie, and it not backfired, but it kind of backfired because he don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
right.
but Derwin been gone. No,
bro.
nigga.
I'm just talking about the mental lapses.
Yeah,
he
no,
looked
I
like
hear
he be
you,
doing,
but
every
like,
game they lost by
like
one
Singletary
possession.
used to
Last
be doing
year,
with us.
Yeah, he a good motivator, but the X's and O's and shit. Like,
They haven't been able to catch a break though, bro. And I think Ingram is gone. Melvin Ingram is gone. Man, they got defensive pieces on their team where it's just
Ingram and Bosa never healthy at the same time.
Bruh, and Bosa just had 4 sacks last game. It was his most career high sack game.
He healthy. I thought it
Man, the Bosa was balling, bro. You know, they just been a little unlucky, bro. You know what I mean? And then they traded somebody to Tennessee, one of their good corners, you know, and shit like that, to where I don't know if they gave up on the season. I mean, it might be the call. I don't know, bro. But they got pieces though, bro.
No, they do for sure.
Everything.
They easily one of the more talented teams in the league. So that's why I think you got to be a coaching change.
Probably it might be.
I got another player that let's talk about are people worried about, and Kamara.
I think that nigga hurt, boy.
I think he's hurt. like Kamara, bro. Like
ever since they brought
and then not even the hurt part, right? So they designed a lot of plays with Drew Brees to give it to him. You got Taysom Hill, who was already with Brees there, taking red zone sit away. Now you got him in the game all the time. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Then you add in Latavius Murray that had 2 rushing touchdowns. Those could be Kamara ones, and they ain't. You know what I mean? So
because I think he's hurt. But Taysom Hill only throwing the ball like 10 times a game. So
I mean, he threw it 16, but that was also because they whooped them. They had 1 completion all game. The Denver Broncos with no quarterback.
The wide receiver as a quarterback.
You know what I mean? So it was like, it was clearly we're going to rest Kamara. But I'm still, are you worried about the rest of the way a little bit, though?
Yeah, I kind of am.
I mean, but they 8-3, though. 9-3 right now, though, bro.
We talking about fantasy.
No, I understand that. So if they rested him this game, and you got a good 2-game lead on whatever team is behind you, because the only team that's going to be behind them is Green Bay right now. Is where they stand.
They schedule Atlanta, Philly, KC, Minnesota.
Those are great matchups. So you would hope that he's healthy for them.
I think they can win. They can go 500 out of them last 4. Atlanta, KC, Philadelphia, and who else?
Minnesota.
And Minnesota. So the Atlanta game, they're going to play hard. The Minnesota game, I think that they're going to whoop on them, even though that Minnesota won Miracle on 33rd Street to go the other way from that playoff game where Diggs, was it Diggs that,
yeah.
Was it against New Orleans, though?
Yeah.
On everything. But yeah, though, so I can see them going. They can finish the season at 12-4 and still have the number 2 seed. And if they play him on, he can sit out the next 2 games. You got a viable backup that just put up a dollar something with 2 TDs, and that's not his first time doing it this year. Murray is a serviceable back. I can't even say it right now. Backup with capability of being a starting running back right now.
Another thing I see with them games is they're going to need Taysom Hill to throw a little more. Yeah. And I kind of like how he looks, though. That's solid. Right. He looks pretty solid.
So, like the fantasy teams that are, that might have the playoffs on lock and might get a bye week, and they sit him for, this week in the first week of the playoffs, you might be G. But if you're one of those teams that's fighting for him, you better start trying to look at somebody to go get off the wire, or hopefully you're deep, because the trend yesterday or Sunday, it showed that whatever it was, whether it be injury or we just need to sit you out for just 1 week because we're playing a team that has their quarterback from fucking Baylor or whatever the fuck he was, is the wide receiver, and he threw 3 times 3 passes. Nigga, we can sit you out, G. But yeah, though. And I got Kamara. I got Kamara in the Dynasty League. I got him in the motherfucking Run Boys Office League. But one of them leagues, I got Murray, though. 100%.
That's what sucks, though. But we could talk about another person to be worried about, Kyler Murray.
Oh, no,
I'm worried.
I'm
He didn't have 1 pass over 20 yards.
I think that this is kind of a sign that shit to come from Kyler Murray with the schedule coming.
Completion. He had 1.
We just talked about we talked about Bill Belichick and what he does to the best player on the team, even though Hop is Hop and whatnot. That game was in New England and the whole shit. I think that they, with them having to go up to New England and whatever the case may be, Belichick, and they're not even mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They wanted that game. They was going to come out and make sure that Kyler Murray doesn't do what the fuck he does. Like this dude says, he runs around the field like a badass little kid. You know that you got the switch, and it's time for that ass whooping. That's how he runs, bro. So he was the focal point of them not doing that. I ain't worried about Kyler, bro.
Look, for that, I'm gonna say 50-50 with the scheme of New England and Kyler being banged up from last week. I listen to when it's major injuries. If it's injuries on players, and I don't do research and see what they're saying about it, I tune in to Stephania Bell.
Yeah, shout out to Stephania.
Shout out to Stephania Bell. I like to listen to her and what she says about injuries, and she says she watched that game, and Kyler was making it a point to not. Kyler was making. We don't put. Look at that. He's trying to point that out, Jack. Hold on,
I need that.
He's and he was making it a point to not land on the front of his shoulder. You know what I mean? And you know, I worry about that from.
Is it his throwing shoulder though, or is it the off shoulder?
It's the throwing shoulder. You know what I mean? From the game before. But I think, you know, with some time, and it looked like they wanted to get Drake involved a lot on the ground game. And as soon as the game started, even though they started off their second possession in the red zone because of a defensive play, they were making it a point to give it to Drake. And I felt like that was because we're going to lean on you this week and not use you, Kyler, how we normally do.
Right.
And they thought they could hang around the game and win it like that, but it didn't happen like that because they didn't get scores and shit when they needed to. And they got that field goal, whatever happened. I forgot what it was. But something happened on the field goal. They were in field goal range and they fumbled a snap or something like that.
But that's just showing about New England too, though, bro. The way that they plan for that game. You know, that's the best coach ever, bro. And, you know, I'm a motherfucking... my bad, I can't even think of Bill Walsh disciple, bro. Or my mama. I feel like I was raised by Bill Walsh to learn how to watch football. 100%, G. And, you know, speaking on him, he's one of the greatest ever to do this shit too, though. But Bill Belichick, man, this motherfucker, no. I don't have anything.
I'm kind of worried though for.
No, go ahead, bro.
I'm worried a little bit just because of the schedule coming up. The Rams, the Giants, the Eagles. The Niners, all teams with solid pass rushes. And nothing like, I don't know, Kyler really, like, this time of year, you kind of got to win consistently from the pocket. And like you said, like, he run like a little badass kid. He always running around improvising. And I think teams kind of catching on, like, let's just contain him in the pocket and let's have him beat us with his arm consistently from the pocket. And he not doing that right now.
Yeah, but a lot of teams can't rush, just get there with 4 people.
These teams are coming up.
I think the Rams can, but they prepared that for him. They play at home. They're hungry. So as far as his shoulder, he gonna put it on the line because they're fighting for a playoff spot right now. A lot of their games, 1-2, Rams is at home, Giants is away, Philly at home, San Francisco at home. Them is dome games. It ain't cold. We get Niners out there and we need to win.
Niners can't do nothing with a mobile quarterback. I mean, Philadelphia
is different. Yeah, the Niners.
Philadelphia
and the Rams ain't all that.
Philadelphia
and the Rams ain't all that.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna be running, yeah. But
they did against the Pats. They can't beat the Rams with just running with Kenyon Drake.
They can't.
So
beat the Rams.
they have to beat the Rams with Kyler Murray, whether it's on the ground, but it can be. He's gonna get. That's the best way to get away. We gonna watch. We out of here.
Getting to that boy.
We're out of there.
You gonna hurt his shoulder?
And the only top flight corner they play is Ramsey, bro. So I think Hop is gonna be
Cox. All them Eagles gonna be on that boy.
I ain't worried about the Eagles. They just got on Russ, but I ain't worried about the Eagles.
I'm not worried about the Eagles, but
they gonna be having Hurt starting by then. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a field. I'm more worried about them being up on the Eagles and running the ball than them just completely, you know what I mean? Russell could have had a better game last night, but DK got stopped on the pass on the deep one, and something else happened. You feel me? He could have had a lot more, so it just that's what it was. You feel me?
I fuck with Kyler tough. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks.
I'm biased. I got him in one league.
I got him in the dynasty, but I'm worried about him towards this end of the year right now.
I mean, you're not starting nobody else, but like JD said, you better keep somebody on the touch.
Only other motherfucker.
I ain't had no other quarterbacks besides Ryan early in the year before I traded him. I picked up Taysom Hill, but that's a desperation play.
Kirk Cousins, nigga, the last 2 games, over 300 and 3 TDs. If you and I got Kirk Cousins in the AOB, and if you know with him doing what he's doing, and you got an iffy quarterback, bro, you might want to go get Cousins, bro. On everything, Cousins is throwing that motherfucker, bro.
Let's talk about something else. People probably worried about Josh Jacobs' injury. They say the ankle ain't serious. But Booker is a hot pickup this week. We will get into waiver ads, but are you worried about Jacobs?
I really don't know.
He was on a tear. He was starting to be on a tear, and then he got hurt. That's what's fucked up. He had over double digits, like a 30-something, a 22 or something recently, at 18, 17, 11 or something. And he pretty solid. If he can stay healthy, it's good the rest of the way. I think they need to lean more on that run because they let a few games get away from him. Barring one being KC, and you know they was gonna come out how they was, but I'm belling on Derek Carr. we said on the last episode, we said, are you ready to trust Raider fantasy players? And what happened?
We gave him too
Too
much
much credit, because, nigga, how you going to
Sorry,
go down
Pops.
Atlanta?
I'd be on Pops if he was here. You know what I mean? I always got on him about them.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? You know what I mean?
Really? Oh, everything. Nah, my thing is with just the Raiders, bro. I don't know how they went down to Atlanta and only had 3 points for the first half, bro.
That was crazy.
It seemed like every time that Derek Carr dropped back, they was getting in there making him fumble that motherfucker. That shit lightweight hurt to see, though, bro. And so I don't know if it was just a thing of Atlanta playing more for Raheem and, you know, stepping up Deion Jones with a pick six and all types of shit that was going on for Atlanta. So it might have just been a down game. And you got to think, the Raiders, that's the game. That's the Kansas City game was right before the Atlanta game, right?
No, I think the Raider game was the early game.
No, but what I'm saying is they played Kansas City
the
week before.
So
they played to their fullest potential. That was only a 31-35 game. So they gave everything that they gave against Kansas City. And even though they didn't win, you know, this was just a little bit more of a, these dudes is 3-7 that we finna go play wooty woot this, so we might not have to give it all like we give KC, and we still come up out of there with the dub, but it didn't go their way that they wanted to. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You know what I mean? And so whoever the fuck the rest of their schedule is, I still would fight. Even though the question was about Jacobs, you know, his ankle, it depends on what type of, you know, high ankle, low ankle, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? If he got
it was a
damage.
low one because he was tightening his shoes up and everything, and, you know, he'll be good. But his last, you mentioned the schedule, the Jets, Indy, Chargers, Miami.
Oh, yeah. So one of his breakout games last year was against the Jets last year. I remember that, too.
Breakout games.
Without a doubt. So, yeah, man, he going to put his foot in some Epsom salt, make that swelling go down, and he'll be ready to go, you know? I mean, Nelson Aguilar, and I was playing against a dude that had Aguilar Shalupa by Boopy, and he had 0 for a long time in that motherfucking game. And here he just comes out of nowhere and put up 10 in that second half. So that, I mean,
them is those players that y'all need in these playoffs, because I'm telling you, you gotta stay ready. You know what I mean? You gotta stay ready, and you can't bank on having your studs at the end of the season. Don't have that dead weight. Don't leave that weight.
Don't have Drake in your lineup just because you drafted him in the third round. If you got somebody else you could put in there.
Drake been solid though. His last few, they definitely using the chance to get him the ball. I don't think it wasn't an Edmonds game because they wasn't
for 30 last week,
bro.
29, 28, something like that. One against the New England game.
And he could have had another touchdown, but they stuffed him. He almost had 4.
Drake actually might be good, though, because I'm worried about, what's his name?
If you worried about Kyler, Drake is definitely the good spot. And Edmonds is only good if they pass the ball. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's how it go. What about, we talked about, actually, let's jump into wire rankings. Not rankings, but, you know, how we say wire players and targets.
Go grab.
Debo is on the wire.
Drake had 20. He had 30.
I thought he had like 29 in one league, bro.
21.
Hey, Debo is on the wire in league.
That was standard. My bad.
If Debo is on your wire, which he's in leagues on the wire,
24
he's the number 1 wire pick to get this week.
He better not be on your wire.
There's people he's not in the wire on none of my leagues, but I seen on ESPN that they said he was on the wire, and it's ridiculous.
ESPN is trash. Their platform is trash. That's why. But if Debo is definitely on your wire, bro, and he did a 5-yard hitch route and he broke 12 tackles.
He's like a running back.
Man, he did a 5-yard hitch route.
Went off on how good he was and how
I'm telling you, look,
team hyped and shit,
bro. 5-yard hitch route, bro, and took it for like 17 more yards, bro.
I've been having to go to IR in the SBI too.
Yeah, I got him in the office league and been holding on to him. I wouldn't get rid of him. My mama. But yeah, though, definitely I'm agreeing with Debo. If he's there, bro, and you got that number 1 eat, especially if you don't need no running back or no bum ass tight end, you better go get him, bro.
You know what's 100%. In the wire talks right now about players is Frank Gore.
Yeah, he just had 80 yards.
He was my wire guy last week.
He just had 80 yards against them bomb-ass Bills, bro.
He's the only guy there now that P-Run, he on IR.
My OG. Shout out to my OG, man. Number 21, man. He got Hall of Fame numbers with the red and the gold, bro.
He's the greatest Atlanta running back
Yes,
ever.
sir. No, he ain't.
As a Dalvin Cook owner.
Roger Craig? You think so?
Yeah. I fuck with Ricky Waters too, though. But I just biased to Ricky Waters.
I mean, Ricky's my nigga too.
He ain't there though.
No, I'm just biased. I mean, Ricky Waters was a running back and a receiver, though, bro.
If Frank had a Super Bowl ring, he'd go down as top 10 ever running back.
Top 10 ever?
If he had a Super Bowl ring with the 49ers.
Well, shit, his stats say that he's top 5.
But that's why you got Roger Craig there. Roger Craig didn't have a ring with the Niners, you wouldn't have him there.
No, he's 1,000 and 1,000. He that's what his MO was before McCaffrey was.
No, yeah, he was the first guy.
But that was his whole MO though. Yeah. He brought that out of the backfield though. That was what he did, bro. Everything, and especially playing with a John Taylor and a Jerry Rice.
I don't think he played longer than Frank Gore with the Niners.
Ain't nobody play longer. Ain't nobody play longer than Frank Gore. What
I'm talking about in a Niner jersey.
Well, you know that. I mean, I don't never remember seeing Roger Craig in another team jersey. Period.
Raiders.
Oh, well.
Never Raiders.
1 year.
Speak about Raiders. Devontae Booker is a hot pickup this week.
Yeah.
People, are they going to be jumping the gun with the Jacobs injury and spending that high draft pick on Booker? Because I'm thinking that the Jacobs owners are going to go get Booker.
They need to,
but I don't think he's a hot person and people are scared.
Yeah,
I don't think it's something you run to. I'm not going to go get him because I only got two waiver spots left, and I'm just not going to spend it on him.
Well, I mean, depends though.
Can we open up the moves for the playoff teams? Yeah.
I'm not going to
suggest
throw that out there.
Because he's going to get on you.
I'm not throwing that out there.
But no, it depends on how the Jacob owners teams is constructed. What if you have a motherfucking David Johnson that ain't coming back yet, and you got a right this week?
He's going to be activated, but whether he plays this week or next.
But that's why I'm saying. So what if you only got Jacobs and David Johnson and a motherfucking
Gurley,
nigga, Wilkins, a motherfucking even we just said about Hunt. It's a lot of running backs that have been.
You must be high. You passing it quick.
That's the alien lab. Show him that, bro. Show him the alien labs.
Hey, bro, I almost fell asleep.
I had the alien lab.
Off
the labs.
I swear I was like,
hey,
for medicinal purposes only, y'all.
Hey, what about as a Dalvin Cook owner? Are you worried about him going down even though he came back in? Are you rushing to get Madison if you ain't got him?
I'm trying to get Madison because he's been getting banged up like the last few weeks.
The last few years.
Yeah.
That's something
I was just about to say, that's something to remember when you draft him next year, like, because he's stupid raw, but he gets banged up and the shoulders and the ankles, but he a dog, he come back in the game, but you got to have Madison. You should have had Madison. You've been stressing that all year. If you got Cook, have Madison. So hopefully you
definitely should have Madison.
And I'm not like a cuff guy like I've been saying, but if Madison was there, I would have Madison. And even if I didn't have Cook, just in case.
Yeah, it's ugly. I don't want to be cross-playing like that.
For sure.
Because that's how you would. Is it Cam Akers season yet?
Yeah.
Finally Cam Akers season.
I think so.
Last 2 games. Times.
Yep,
last 2 games. He's been the most efficient running back.
Yeah, he looked the most explosive. I was just telling Reese the other day, I'm like, damn, the Rams going to be nice next year with Cam as the guy. When Cam is the guy next year, and I think...
Well, they got a shake trying to be like us then.
Bro, they for sure they want to beat us so bad with the dude. They just don't got the receivers like we do.
They don't got the offensive line either. Their scheme.
We can run block, but our offensive line low key trash and the pass protection. Oh my god, it makes me mad. But no, I like Cam. He looked the most explosive. He could do both things. He can catch. He can run it in between the tackles. Yeah, I'm fucking with Cam for sure.
Let's talk about some wide receivers. I like Kiki QT. Remember when he was getting busy last year?
When Fuller was hurt. Kiki
QT is the person you got Fuller out, obviously, with the suspension. Then you got Steele ain't there. They got rid of Steele.
That
Cobb
happened
is hurt
before.
too, I
Did they
think.
get
Cobb
rid of
is
that
hurt,
before?
so now you just got Kiki QT. You got
Say that 3 times.
Brandon Cooks.
You can't.
Kiki QT, Kiki QT,
Oh.
man.
That's the alien laugh.
Let me get another shot of that G.
But you know that you got QT.
Bogey.
You got shout out to
My dog, man.
you got Kiki QT that's gonna come in and he's familiar with everything they got going on there and he's familiar with Watson. I think he's a hot pickup this week for me. If I need a receiver and I'm worried about the Judys or the Thielens or the Hollywood, you been gave
Julio.
up on him. Julio, I look to
My
go
bad.
slide Kiki QT in there. If I'm playing Shepard, I could for sure play Kiki QT.
I'll go
I'd rather
Kiki
play
for sure,
QT.
too.
I might gotta go.
I mean,
use the
especially
boom
with
on it.
Cobb being gone and they just shipping steals out. What other receiver they? I mean, I don't even know what other receiver.
Cook's
is on
taking
it.
a hit. Cook's taking a hit with the number one receiver
Yeah,
on him all the
yeah.
time.
The DV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
Yeah.
for sure.
he gonna have to get a whole bunch
But,
of deep
yeah.
balls.
I mean, I'm fucking with QT though, bro. I definitely would go grab him, especially if I am a Fuller owner.
You talk about quarterbacks and tucking quarterbacks. How you feel about Fitzmagic?
I said it last week too. I like Fitzmagic if Tua wasn't playing, and I like Parker.
I think, yeah,
Yeah,
even
we're
and
gonna
Gasecki.
Yeah.
Gasecki seems to find the end zone when
He must
Fitzmagic is back there.
He lost the nigga last week, so
You know,
nice
so
too.
yeah. I mean, it just depends on what your quarterback
Because he's
situation
just
is
hungry,
like.
bro. He got the spot took. The nigga was probably, he was sick about that.
He
knew
He
gonna-
came out publicly and said something
Yeah.
about him getting taken out.
Yeah, so he was gonna come back firing, and, and trying to, he's still trying to get a job with another team. So I like Fitzmagic.
I like Fitz.
You know, it just depends on
I like Fitz even if they up, and especially if they down.
shit.
I
If
like
you
Fitz.
tucking, Fitz is the one. Fitz is a nice one to tuck, I think. You know what I mean? Let's talk about somebody who's been on a lot of wires. T.Y. Hilton.
He actually been playing better.
T.Y. Hilton.
I was dogging T.Y. Early in the year, but he made a few nice little catches.
You got to shake. Yeah. All right. T.Y. Hilton, no, he kind of been coming back doing his thing. He gonna be solid, I think, for the rest of it. Maybe though, we talking about desperate times. I'm not banking on him being back, but maybe it's something that they got to do. They didn't look too good against Tennessee. Tennessee was, had the bad taste in their mouth from losing before, but division game. But I like
I think
Hilton
a lot of focus being on Pittman.
Yeah.
Kind of open T.Y. up a little bit. I think
Speaking
too.
on Burton too, though.
Yeah.
Burton looking like the best tight end over there, man.
Yeah,
He looking
I
nice.
like Burton over the year, and then he kind of didn't do much, and he looked like he might be back.
If
right
I'm
now.
adding tight ends, I think Burton and Tanyan is the ones.
Tanyan,
You
yeah.
said Tanyan last week. Tanyan,
Yeah.
I like him for sure.
I was kind of on some shit last week. I was wrong about the fucking Raiders though, but I think JD right. I think that next week the Raiders get back on track. They just kind of came out like they was on some moral victory shit for last week, just being close with the Chiefs and just got smacked.
Got smacked.
Some niggas circled around that motherfucking stadium, bro.
Yeah.
Losing
Bruh.
ever since. Hey, another one, a sneak one, Bashard Perryman.
Yeah.
I trust QT more than him, but he's been solid. 14 double digits last two. Yeah, like an 18 in there. I think
Even with
11.
Darnold back, I liked him with Flacco in there because they had the.
He
the
was just
rapport.
hurt.
We was watching the game on Monday night over at this motherfucking Perriman. Remember we were seeing Perriman hit for 2 TDs that
We
game?
was talking about Perriman too these last couple
everything.
weeks. We've been on shit.
Sure.
I'm telling you.
We've been on our shit, though.
Just commanding targets.
Well, shit, man, that's the waiver wire, man. We gonna get back at y'all this week with that good StreamYard episode where we gonna go over the matchups and get some question and answers. We're gonna try to get a panel together for next week for y'all. Look out for us on Jimmo the Icon Show.
Next
You know what
Tuesday,
I
I
mean?
think.
Next Tuesday
Oh,
or
that's right,
something
the
like
8th,
that.
right? That's
The
right,
8th,
that's
yeah.
right, yeah.
So we're definitely gonna keep giving y'all this content. We appreciate everybody who been rocking with us. Happy birthday, Bogey, again.
Dog, man,
Don't
happy
follow us
birthday,
on the
bro.
Heart2Start YouTube page, Heart2Start FF Podcast. Search everything Heart2Start Podcast, man, because, we do this shit because we like to do it, man, and we love to do it,
That's what it is.
It's a
bro.
lifestyle, man. Cheers to y'all, man.
Honey, my name.
Get to them offs. Good luck, everyone.